Hello, and welcome back. This is the 36th episode, and we're going to jump right into the project. So let's hop on over. You probably remember from last time what we're kind of going for here. So let's just take it at the top. A little repetitive. We're doing a lot of copy and pasting. Of course. And this is our like bridge. The brass drops out. This is where the woodwinds would drop out. And it's narrowing down that way you can come back to the start. And here's the loop. Still a little bit harsh, but it's very reasonable. Just for we're like a little over 2 hours now. Now that we're looking at it, and so the goal today is going to be to fill in the woodwinds a little bit, and I'm deliberating like how do we want to approach this. There's not a whole lot of room to like. There's such a like a lot of movement going on in the strings, and of course the trumpet. I didn't really want to do like another counter melody in there, so I'm thinking just more support, just something that's going to be in the upper registers, and just kind of provide a little bit more like just a nice pad. And then when we go to this bridge, that's when we could really amp it up and go a little harder. Let's see, this was a chorus here, so let's even just look at our like let's remove. We still have a violin open to play with. So I haven't split up anything there, and I think that's going to be something we will likely do as well. Is maybe like the woodwinds and that second violin will be kind of locked in. And I'm thinking because like the bass is locked in with the tuba, just in general. And then we also were talking about the harp and the glockenspiel, and working that in somewhere. So let's well, should we just jump right into the chorus? Let me turn on. I'm feeling like a bassoon. Okay. So we got a nice wide range there. Let's try to remember what we are doing with that. Brother, what the hell just happened? Oh, because I still did it, that's why. So we're looking at dun, dun, dun. So this could be like an inversion. What notes are we working with here? We got a C, got a G, and this is an E. Nice major. Like with the 9 on there. So let's see. Maybe I'm approaching this wrong. Let's go ahead and create a little MIDI item for our bassoon. I think that third chord was a little bit crazier. Let's go ahead and just take it step by step here. What was it? C. That's just too low. Okay. That F again. Which would be like the 7th for this? Is that right? Alright, well, let's go. And we're doing this. This is the velocity, but we are realistically just trying to get some separation for clarity because I'm going to be using this across the woodwinds. And I kind of like the openness of the one and the closedness of the other. So we're going to try to emulate that. We got separate a little more. Hmm. The G is really the start of this. Let's see. Okay, okay. Okay. I think that is a little closer to what we're looking for. Okay. The idea is to use those chords. So let's just listen to it real quick. Yeah, of course. I think they were way low for some of the higher ones. So let's take this. Now that we've copied it across, we'll delete it. And if I like this strategy, then I think I'm just gonna rinse and repeat for this, because the chorus is the chorus, and this bridge is really where we have some room to play around. So now we've taken out the bottom row. Take out next the top. Right. Like this, get rid of these. And you know what I really should have done was extend the notes that are buried up to each other like that. But we did not. Okay, so let's take this one now. Since I'm actually splitting it with the piccolo, I am going to bring those down because I'm going to do unison. Why am I hearing the bassoon when... Oh, it's a... I wish I could erase that from the record. For some reason, I thought that just because it was a lower layer, I was thinking the bassoon. Actually, yeah, let's take it across again. I'm not sure if I love doing the individual note approach. That piccolo really sticks out. It doesn't work there. Yeah. Did not work. It was fun though. Yeah, we were just going in the wrong direction. I think what the trick is going to be then, since the brass really kind of got me messed up with that part. So let's go into splitting it. I'm not sure. Let's open this up a little more. Just to make life a little easier, let's go ahead and take the tracks and isolate them. Dang, but it's too high for that, so it does need to go down. I feel like it doesn't add any more power to bring it up. Okay. So let's open up. Suppose this. We're going to the oboe, I think. Oh no, it's A. Let's try going up. Let's just go in and get this one in range. I think that's our target. And what would make this a little easier is if we just have both of them highlighted for us. We're gonna have to play with a little bit of the velocities that just kind of get a better performance out of it, and then the mixing will really matter. We're just trying to get a nice balanced sound so I can kind of hear everything equally. Alright, so let's look at the flute now. Unless we want to do, here's an idea, is I've been saving the French horns because I want to do much more of a chordal kind of rhythm thing. That might be a good pairing for that, and then we can match that second violin, so they're all just playing the chords heavy. I could split the violin, I could split the flute, I could do like a 3-piece of the French horn that covers all of the notes. I think that might be tight. So let's go ahead and so if we're doing that, let's just hold off on the flute for now, because I do love the flute. My mom played the flute growing up, and so I learned the flute when I was very young. And it's a fun sound. I think the piccolo is pretty neat, but it gets to like, I don't even know, this range is too high. It's too high. It's pretty much unnecessary unless you're like conjuring dogs or something, or training a dog, I guess. So let's see. Nice. I'm almost worried that the bass line is just distracting, where it's going to be perceived as too much with that melody running as much as it is. Let's see. Alright, that's where the woodwinds would drop, so let's just hear how that would go. Let's go. I think something that might have happened here is we went too soft on the velocity off the rip, and I haven't adjusted it on the mod wheel, so I just don't think they're pushing as hard because I'm finding myself really blasting them on the mixer, and I just think I might be kind of not doing it the best of a service here. So let's take these. So we want these to be particularly loud because the longer notes tend to be a little quieter. Then we'll do these like this. Listen to both of them. And just as a rule of thumb, I use like the 0 mark on the mixer. I'm just shooting for everything to hit around that. There. Let's drop the flute. Let's go to the oboe. What are we working with here? Something like that. Oh, and this is the oboe. Well, let's jump into the clarinet's velocity, and it's not actually that bad. This could probably improve. If I can grab it. This one genuinely just needs some help. Okay. talking shit already. Alright. And I did the velocity for both, so it should mirror over there. And, like, rhythmically, this is very sparse. I think this could use some like leading tones and just a little bit more movement. Nothing that greatly affects like the harmony that it's providing. Just something that would just kind of make it feel like it's landing and picking up and landing. So let's go ahead. Let's see, where are we with this? Let's just take it from the top, give it a listen. Let's check out what time we're at. Camera's working. Okay, so we're about halfway through the session. I think we're going to try to jump into the bridge. But I kind of want to develop the, I don't know, like the chord ideas a little bit further so I kind of know which direction I'm headed. Part. Well, let's go ahead and clear out this part, at least for the MIDI. I'm not positive the direction I want to go with it, which is why I'm kind of hesitating to jump in. If we just took this for a moment. And I'm going to grab an out-of-tune guitar. Let's see. This is the original idea. Let's see where the chorus is going here. So. Interesting. It's a weird chord in that moment. This is really the note in question. As soon as we pull in this, we know what direction we went. Yeah, so we know it's that. So, something like. I don't think that's right. I feel like maybe I'm looking at the wrong note and I'm not understanding what I'm missing from it. B and a D. Maybe that's what's happening. This is wild. Okay. Not quite picking up what is wrong about that chord. What I'm missing on it. I feel like it's like a G. We just played to that B. I don't know. Let's give the woodwinds. Or not the woodwinds. Let's give the French horn, the flute, and the second violin some chords to play with, and just see how we feel about that. Yeah, I'm thinking we start here on the chorus. And we can kind of use what we were just messing with and just take the triads and see if I can find something that feels right. So we're going to look at an A. I don't know. Okay. Let's just get some context here. Where would it go? No, it'd be to an F. To a F. To a G. Some easy Z. Yeah, we know that's gonna happen. Now let's actually do something a little different. I totally started that in the wrong note. I think I was writing to the verse. Gotcha. Dang it, I think I like it better than here. I don't know. God, my nose is killing me tonight. Okay. Man, I don't even know. I'm not very happy with that. And it disappoints me because I really wanted to be happy with this part. It might be better for... But all of it is besides the point because I didn't know if I even wanted it on there. So I'm kind of really in trouble here. We're kind of hitting a little bit of a wall where I'm feeling like I'm losing control over where the notes are going here. And I don't mind like some of the movement and stuff, but I just want to make sure I have a good understanding of what's happening. Because like that A with the 5 and the third above the root, like that shouldn't be such a struggle unless I'm missing something or I'm miscalculating, I feel like. And then this part is tricky for that B chord, which I feel like might be like an inversion or something like I think it's a G. But just because I'm kind of in this limbo, it's hard for me to really decisively decide what notes are going to go where. But we did use. All right, let's just jump back in. Let's pull up the guitar and we'll go from there. So I think that would be a reasonable start. It's also a matter of okay. So what note are we looking for? C and E. Okay, so let's go to the E. Now this is a weird one. Let's drop a D in there and just see what happens. Say we did that. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, G's starting to sound better and better. What we got here? I believe this is. Yeah. All right, all right. Is this kind of beat? Hmm. Yeah, okay. Yikes, ugly. We got ugly in there. Let's see if we can fix that one. I hate that chord. I hate that chord, and it's not working for me. So let's go and dig out the remnants of whatever the heck this is supposed to be. That would be D. Which we tore apart last time. Why is this so brutal? Yeah, that's our issue. I didn't like that for sure. Yeah, it's a little better position that it falls into. Yeah, it's not matching like it should. So let's go. Hmm. Right, the hole I've dug myself into. I don't know. I'm thinking. What happened to that part? Alright. Let's redo it all back then. Okay. What if we this, play with this on both? thinking this one's gonna go. And I think it's gonna get replaced with the first chord. Alright, we'll leave that as a filler idea for now. Maybe we'll just do this chord over and over and over. So let's take it over to the flute. Let's check the time. Dang, I was beating my head against the wall for like 30 minutes in this one. Alright. Okay, let's keep going just a little bit longer. Wow, I really didn't think I was going to blow through the time limit on this one. Okay, now let's jump into. We'll take this. I believe it's the same part. I think I took off the bottom for that last one, so let's take off the tops for these. I think once we get through this, I think once we get through this section here. I'm going to copy paste. We'll listen to it from beginning to end. And we will do it again. We'll call it a night. You can see all of this is out of range. But we're just kind of setting up the idea, and then we'll bring it to where it belongs. So like the last one went do D, so now this one's going D do, but it's different note selection because I'm breaking it up differently on the chord. And I'm hoping that gives us a nice little way to snuggle all these things up without them being too close. Now let's go to violet. All right, let's see where I lost it. Was before that even? Yep, sure was. All right. Take it even higher. Oh, it's a doubled chorus though, so it actually would be this. Okay, so that's that. And then we have our flute part. And violin 2. Which I'm going to have a drop of the woodwinds. And, you know, I think we're going to do a quick momentary break, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about the interruption there. If I didn't go to the bathroom, I would have died. And I think I'm going to cut down the video just a little bit. I was just thinking about this as I was walking back in. Maybe I'll trim it that way. It's not so far over an hour. Or maybe I'll break it into 2 parts. I'll just kind of have to see what the vibe is. I'm not afraid of going longer. I just don't want to make it like cumbersome for people to watch. I feel like an hour long each is long. But a stream, maybe that would be more beneficial. People kind of come and go as they please, and then the whole thing just gets batched out. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and listen to what we've got here. Filler. We know this is filler. Very, to be fair. I feel like that varies so much more. Let's take it from the top and hear how it loops. I promise that once I got that section completed, we just listen to it through and then probably wrap it up from there. Sorry about the loud noise. You know, I changed this at the beginning, but I think I'm gonna put it back. I'd love for this cello to do something a little bit more. Let's listen to the loop. Okay. Well, that is where we are at, folks. And we're getting there. We're getting there. It's still a little cluttered. It's still a little. It's not as like precise as I want it to be. I really want it to be like this. Like, okay, here is like the lead going on, and here's like this big chord, and it's still a little jumbled. It's still a little messy. Even trying to figure out where some of these things are going was a problem. So I think what we're gonna do, and we did some filler for the bridge, but I would love to have something that's a little more unique. And this is, I think, just copy pasting what would fit over the verse isn't really going to cut it for this. So I think on the next one, I'm going to take advantage of some of those big like ensemble buses that I have at the top, and I'm going to start making it more like piano rolls. That way I can see how all the notes are lining up and maybe start bringing things a little more into like an intentional, like here's the like here's the tonic, here's the like the third, here, like make it so it's just everything's matching up a little bit, and avoid any like collisions where it just doesn't make sense. Um, and I think part of this is going to be figuring out what is driving the melody, what is driving the like background, like the chords, and we'll have to just kind of listen and start refining that. But I think that's going to be our next session. I'm going to do a little bit of touch up. I don't know. I'm gonna look how I can cut this thing down just a little bit. Obviously, talking at the end forever isn't gonna help. So, until next time, I'm very glad anyone's been watching. Like, I work a regular job, and all day I think about what I'm gonna do when I get back. To writing music, and this is my favorite thing on the planet Earth. So I'm really happy to share with y'all. And if there's any questions, anything you would like to ask or suggest or anything like that, feel free to reach out. It brightens up my day to see that someone's asking about, I think before it was fitting all of the plugins in, but it, like literally anything, I'm happy to interact with y'all. So, but until the next one, I wish you the best. And sorry, I had to save the project. Peace.